As a Christian, it is essential to examine the values and principles of political parties to determine which ones align with biblical teachings. Liberal Democrats, in particular, have been a subject of scrutiny among Christians due to their stance on various issues. While not all Democrats hold liberal views, the party's platform and many of its leaders' positions have raised concerns among Christians. There are several reasons why, as a Christian, it is challenging to trust Liberal Democrats. First and foremost, Liberal Democrats' stance on abortion is a significant issue for Christians. The party's platform supports abortion on demand, which goes against the biblical teaching that life begins at conception and that every human life has inherent value. The Bible teaches that we are created in God's image, Genesis 1:27, and that killing an innocent human being is morally wrong, Exodus 20:13. Liberal Democrat support for Planned Parenthood, an organization that performs millions of abortions each year, further exacerbates the concern. Christians believe that every human life is precious and should be protected, and Liberal Democrats' stance on abortion is in direct opposition to this principle. Another reason Christians may struggle to trust Liberal Democrats is their position on LGBTQ+ issues. While Christians are called to love and respect all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation or identity, the Bible teaches that homosexual behavior is sinful, Romans 1:26-27, 1 Corinthians 6:9-10. Liberal Democrats, on the other hand, actively promote and celebrate LGBTQ+ lifestyles, often at the expense of religious freedom. For example, the party has supported laws that force Christian businesses to participate in same-sex weddings, which goes against their deeply held religious convictions. This disregard for religious freedom and the Bible's teaching on sexuality has led many Christians to question Liberal Democrats' commitment to upholding biblical values. Additionally, Liberal Democrats' views on marriage and family are often at odds with Christian teachings. The Bible teaches that marriage is between one man and one woman, Genesis 2:24, Matthew 19:4-6, and that families are essential to a healthy society. Liberal Democrats, however, have supported the redefinition of marriage to include same-sex couples and have promoted policies that undermine traditional family structures. For instance, the party has advocated for increased funding for programs that promote contraception and alternative family structures, such as single parenthood. These policies often perpetuate a worldview that is contrary to biblical teachings on marriage and family. Furthermore, the Liberal Democrats' stance on religious freedom is a concern for Christians. The party has often supported laws and policies that restrict Christians' ability to freely exercise their faith. For example, the Affordable Care Act's contraception mandate forced Christian businesses and organizations to provide abortion-inducing drugs, despite the deeply held religious objections. Liberal Democrats have also supported laws that prohibit Christians from expressing their faith in public settings, such as schools and workplaces. These actions demonstrate a lack of understanding and respect for the importance of religious freedom in American society. Finally, Liberal Democrats' economic policies often conflict with biblical teachings on stewardship and compassion. The Bible teaches that Christians are to be good stewards of their resources, Matthew 25:14-30, and to care for the poor and vulnerable, Proverbs 19:17, Matthew 25:31-46. Liberal Democrat support for big government programs and increased taxation can be seen as a form of forced redistribution of wealth, rather than encouraging personal charity and responsibility. Additionally, the party's emphasis on government-provided welfare programs can create dependency and undermine the dignity of work, which is essential to human flourishing. In conclusion, as a Christian, it is challenging to trust Liberal Democrats due to their stance on abortion, LGBTQ+ issues, marriage and family, religious freedom, and economic policies. While individual Democrats may hold different views, the party's platform and many of its leaders' positions are in direct opposition to biblical teachings. Christians are called to be salt and light in society, promoting values and principles that are grounded in Scripture. As such, it is essential for Christians to engage in the political process and support policies and leaders that align with their deeply held convictions. By doing so, Christians can help promote a more just and compassionate society that reflects the teachings of the Bible.